The first thing I want to say is thanks to our students. They were awesome. They had the turnout we did for an exhibition game, which doesn't count on our record, and to have the student section full, have it there early, really excites our guys. We need them even louder. I don't know if you're allowed to squeeze in a few more per the fire marshal, but on Friday night, when we open up against Lehigh, I'd like to see that even more. The one thing I'm going to correct the students on is, they were asking for Colin at the end, right? See what happened? Colin missed 2 layups, 2 free throws, and gave up an and one. So I know what I'm doing, So don't ever ask for Colin again. I'm just kidding. He does a great job in practice. He usually makes those layups. It was ugly. We have a lot to get better at this week. I don't think we're any different than a lot of teams around the country. I didn't think we played particularly well, especially on offense in the first half. Our free throw shooting needs more than a little bit of work as we head into next week. And, it's different for a player when they get in front of a crowd, and it shouldn't be. We should carry over what we do in practice right onto game night, but there is a little bit of a difference, and we experienced that today, which is why you have the exhibition. But, defensively, we have to do a much better job of defending without fouling. We certainly kept them to a low percentage from the field, but we gave up way too many free throw attempts because we weren't moving our feet and using our hands too much. So I thought in the second half we settled down offensively. We were a little bit better overall. But again, a long ways to go, and it's the very beginning of our year.
Is Tyreek okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Obviously he went back in. I actually saw it happen right when he let go of the rim on the dunk and sort of landed on the other kid's foot. And, I don't think he had much weight on it when it twisted. So, he tied up his laces a little bit tighter and got right back out there. So he's a warrior. He's a tough kid. And it was good to see him not go down for a long time.
You mentioned the offensive struggles in the first half. Was it just the ball not moving as well as it should have, guys not knowing where they should be, or because you couldn't win, or just missing shots?
No, it wasn't missing shots. We were very impatient. We haven't played, and that's my fault, a lot of 5-on-5 because of our numbers, and it showed offensively. We do a lot of things 4-on-4, and when you do that, guys tend to get open a little bit quicker. There's more space on the floor. And so we shoot a little bit shorter into the shot clock. We also work with a little bit shorter shot clock when we go 4-on-4. So we got sped up a few times. Our point guard gets pressured. Instead of being able to handle the pressure and get us into offense, we try to go to the rim and make a play. And that works at the Devereaux Summer League or whatever they call it now, but that doesn't work at the Division I level. And we have to learn that like every team does in this country. But it wasn't because shots weren't going in and out.
You guys had 9 turnovers in the first half, 5 in the second. What adjustments did you make to clean up for that?
Well, again, in the first half, we were impatient. All 9 of our turnovers in the first half were by experienced perimeter players. JP, Ed, Trey, they have to be better than that. They have to be able to grab the horse by the reins and make sure offensively, hey, we have to get in something. And we've got to get the ball from one side of the floor to the other before we really get into attack mode. We did that better in the second half. We called a few more set plays, which settles our team down. But I wanted to see us play with our flow game, more of a continuity in the first half rather than set plays. And we did not do that very well. That's a point of improvement for us this coming week.
Chris, would you mind assessing the play of your big men?
Mediocre at best. I could add it up, and they're never going to be great scorers for us. But we had 8 points out of our 3 true big guys. Didn't shoot a high percentage from the field. Missed a ton of free throws. We rebounded okay, but we still gave up 15 offensive rebounds. So, we're going to play a lot bigger front courts than what we face today.
Do you see that as as maybe an early identity of your team, is just being so strong with the guard play of Edmund and Trey and JP?
Well, I mean, you said it before. I mean, we had 9 turnovers in the first half. That's not very strong guard play. So, I don't worry about this. This isn't the NFL. I don't, meet secondary coach and linebackers coach. Like this is a team. On offense, we were taking quick shots, a little dysfunctional in the first half. We were much better in the second half. Overall, we have to defend a lot better, and a few players have to play much better than they played today. And I got to coach better, and we've got to practice better, so that we can continue to get where we need to be 1 week from yesterday.
It seemed like Sean struggled a lot offensively and had some shots that just kind of went in and out. Was he just maybe pressing today, first exhibition game, or is that an area you just want to see it?
No, you probably have to ask Sean. I thought, he got the ball deep post position a few times, and I thought he was right at the rim, made a couple good counters. He's got to be able to finish. That's never been a difficult thing for Sean to do. I think one of the best, attributes he's always brought to us is his ability to score. He didn't show that today, but I don't necessarily worry about that. But he's not a luxury anymore. He's got to be a guy that we have to count on, and you've got to be more like bonds rather than stocks when you're going to be a heavy contributor. Bonds don't have a lot of volatility, Rick. Stocks.
I'm not a big finance guy. I'm more of a Sabermetrics guy.
I just want to make sure. Northern Kentucky. I'm just kidding, I live there.
Shout out to Latonia. Lane Strand banked in a 3.
Yeah. My God.
On behalf of our birthday celebration.
Edmund, what was it like to be out there to finally play an exhibition game?
It was great to get back out there and play against the fans. As you can tell, we all are excited. That's why it's a little choppy in the beginning of the game, but it was great to be out there.
Is the team kind of where you thought it would be right now? I mean, every team goes through a process at the beginning of the season. Is this where you thought this team would be at this date?
Yeah, definitely. If you look at our roster, it's really only 3 guys who played last year, so we got a lot of new guys who have to step in and play bigger roles this year. So it's going to be a learning curve in the beginning. It's not going to be perfect, but each day we're getting better. So today wasn't as good as we could have been, but it still was good for us.
What was Coach Mack's temperament in the locker room after the game?
After the game, just getting better on defense. We had a lot of mental breakdowns in the first half. Our offense was very choppy. Just talked about this week. We got to have a great week because we got Lehigh, who's not no slouch. So this week's probably going to be definitely a lot of defense.
Malcolm, did you feel like he keeps saying the offense was choppy? Did you feel like that was a result of you guys just not being able to make shots, or was it something else going on?
I agree with that. It was really choppy in terms of just like we weren't moving the ball like we normally do, and we were all kind of scrambled. So what Ed said is it being choppy is perfect actually.
Ed, you guys had a lot of first half turnovers, but only 5 in the second half. What adjustments did you make to kind of clean up that category?
One, it started with me. Can't have 4 turnovers as a starting point guard, but just slowing down. Myself, I felt like with Coach Steele kept telling me I was just moving too fast. Second half, I just played with my own tempo, slowed the game down. And you just see a lot more when the game slowed down instead of me going 100 miles per hour. And that's what a lot of our guys did. We just slowed down.
Did you have some cramping there in the second half?
Yeah, at the end, a little bit cramping.
How much was rebounding for the perimeter guys an emphasis this week? Because I look at, you had 10, Trey had 10, you had 7. You guys were the 3 leaders. It wasn't the bigs. Was that a huge emphasis for you guys on perimeter?
The bigs is a little different this year. You don't got James and Jalen just taking it right out the rim. So with them boxing out, we have a lot of tall guards. And Malcolm and Trey, they always been good rebounders. For me, that was one of my weaknesses. And Coach Mack emphasized that to me, like you need to go out there and get defensive rebounds. So that was one of my focuses.
Do you guys have a Vulcan mind lake on that lob dunk tonight?
We always got that play where like nobody never really throws it up like I'll be over there. Cause nobody want to turn it over because you gotta look at Coach Mack. He's gonna be mad. He doesn't care. But I mean, me and Malcolm we played on the team like last week with each other in practice. He's on my team. He threw me a lob kind of similar, so we got that little connection now.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely have to agree with Ed on that one. Like, we definitely have that connection.
Does it matter where you throw it with that number? Do you have to be precise?
No, I mean, like, the goal is to probably try to get it to the back of the backboard. But if not the back, I mean, just wherever I can, he'll go get it. So I trust him to go get it. So I'm not really worried about a turnover at all, actually.
Edmund, it seems to be a bit of a recurring theme for this team that free throw shooting is a work in progress, and today was maybe an example of that. It's going 17 for 33. What can you say about that stat?
Once again, it started with me. I started off 0 for 3. That carries on. You see somebody go 0 for 2. It just kind of like carries on. So second half, I wanted to make sure we shot it better the second half. I shot it better the free throw line. You know, most of the time probably getting to the line. So they see me making all my free throws. It kind of just carries on. At the same time, we still gotta hone in and focus more on the free throw line. I mean, it's an easy shot.
For either of you guys, what did you think of the two freshmen, Quentin and Tyreek, today?
I mean, the first game, nerves. I know my first game, I was nervous, legs heavy, as you can tell. Q can jump out the gym, but them legs were heavy today, so a couple bloopers. Tyreek, you know, he's still learning. Everything's kind of fast, but I think he played hard. So, I mean, both of them, we're going to need both of them. So, down the line, I mean, they're going to get better each game. Q's definitely going to be a big help. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people as he gets more comfortable, I should say, because he might not be as much comfortable right now, but as time goes on, he's going to get comfortable, and he's going to be a big help. And especially Tyreek, he's so athletic. He rebounds the ball crazy. Like, if his ball is near him, he's grabbing it. That's one thing I love about Tyreek.
I mean, I agree. I agree with Ed. I think that it's a process for these guys. I mean, they're young. You know, they're freshmen, so they're just like getting out the first game jitters. I think as the season progresses, like these guys will be better and better. So it's a progress.
What about you? What was today like, you know, your first game in front of a big crowd like this in a Xavier uniform?
I mean, I just went out there and tried to do my best and do what the team asking me. Like I say all the time, I mean, whatever these guys need me to do, that's what I'm going to do.
Did you guys do anything special for Trayvon's birthday?
No, we might have a little fun afterwards, you know, go out to eat or something. But we haven't planned anything. Good.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.